dive dip. You might break your hip to the sound that's legit. I come to make a hit. I usually bust scratches for my brother, see how smooth, but it's time to get wrecked with the creator.
What an honor.
What a honor. Okay, so I gotta
you breathe in. Like you're so excited.
No. In conversation, sometimes say like honor.
And you're so badly
like there are a few times where it said honor, and I'm just like, honor. Okay, you know how like when Michael Scott is like trying not to say that's what she said? Mm-hmm. He's like, that's what she said. That's what I'm like with honor.
You're like, it was such an honor.
Honor. I'm always like, honestly, it's such an honor. But when I'm around, I have to be like, I won't be a 9-year-old boy.
But honestly, isn't it funny though? Because like English is so weird. It really should be ho. Because there's like it's an H.
There's no H.
It really should be.
Why would it not?
Or I mean, honor.
Just like marshmallow.
Wait, why would it not be ha?
Marshmallow is marshmallow.
With an A.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Honestly, I just learned how to spell marshmallow.
You learned that yesterday from me.
You know who taught me? Hannah.
Wow. This is the Valentine's episode.
Yay!
Freaking yeah! So Lamma's gonna share some history on Valentine's Day.
So, all I know...
Oh wait, this is Lamma.
Oh, hey.
Standing in for Emily, because Emily is not here right now.
Yeah, we're all really sad about it.
I mean, Hannah and I didn't do this, like, our favorite things or anything, but Lamma, just, like, introduce yourself.
So, my name is Lamma. It's like the animal, spelled differently, L-A-M-M-A, not L-A-N-N-A, not Lana. So...
don't ever try.
That's my name. My name means God's gift, which is pretty much all you need to know about me. It's very accurate.
Yeah.
Extrapolate from there.
It's really true. She was the
concur.
She was the one that Hannah mentioned when we were talking about boys.
Oh, what did I say Lamma said?
You said that when we were talking about
how
I
we're
always
be like
thinking
her.
about exactly. And how we were always talking, or I was talking about how we always are like thinking like our next, like who's
here, who's single.
Yeah,
boys.
exactly.
Basically, like, I'm next level.
I know, literally. And we're all like, okay, how do we get to Llama's level where we can just literally not
be
think
supremely
about that
single.
at all? But, like, be so above the single stigma.
Oh, I remember that. I remember in Chicago when you asked me about...
Are you feminist?
Like, feminism.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
No, but we talked about
that. It was such a... honor.
It was such a... Wait, I think I do. Was it when we were like in the back and we...
No, it was we went to that restaurant. Yeah. Had the high top tables.
I wasn't even there, and I know this conversation, so that's pretty cool.
So that's like pretty chill.
Yeah.
I was
like, who is this girl? She's so cool.
Yeah, I remember that.
I didn't have enough time with you then,
I
but
know.
We're making up for lost time now.
We're making up for all of that time.
But guys, there are a lot of qualifications to become a saint. You have to perform a miracle and this, that, and the other.
Oh.
That's rude.
So like Saint Valentine, I looked him up.
Oh yeah, you know what? Let's start this episode by talking about Saint Valentine.
Yeah, you know more. Alexis knows more,
so.
but I just know he was marrying people illegally, which is pretty cool if you think about it. Like, he didn't have his marriage license.
Right. But it was also illegal because where even were they? What, like, country was this?
Probably. Like, I always imagine every saint's, like, from the UK.
Okay, yeah, you're probably right. Exactly.
Because,
right.
like, that was, like, our beginnings as America.
Uh-huh. And so, like...
He's from Great Britain.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea.
I don't know. So it was illegal because marriage was illegal, I think, because for like at least maybe for everyone.
Rome. He was from Rome, which makes so much sense because the Vatican is in Rome.
Oh,
the what?
The Vatican.
Oh yeah.
Is it Valentino?
It's a Roman name, also.
Is it actually?
I mean, yeah, Valentine.
Yeah,
that sounds very.
I wonder if we're supposed to be calling it Valentine.
Oh, Valentine's Day.
Yo, what you doing for Valentine's Day?
Okay, so marriage was illegal?
Yeah, because they didn't want like soldiers to get married so they could focus on the war, and they could fight for country rather than for love. But Valentine was like, no, because marriage is like of God, and you're making it so that marriage is wrong. That doesn't make sense. And so he was marrying people who, you know, loved each other.
You know what's really interesting?
What?
So they found like a painting, because they like uncovered in the catacombs like a painting of a female priest, and then like the Catholic Church like freaked out because they were like, oh my god,
that's impossible, there's no women
right
priests ever.
And so things have definitely changed. It didn't always start off that women didn't have any influence,
right. Well,
in the
and
church.
like I feel like the Catholic Church, I don't know anything about other religions because I just never tried, which is terrible. Anyway, but like I feel like the Catholic Church like just totally forgets that like Esther was a woman who like literally saved a nation, and
actually the nation. She saved the nation,
and
the one that Christians are all grafted into.
People of God.
That one was saved by a woman.
Right, and other women in the Bible.
Yeah, there is more than one.
Why don't we ever talk about Deborah? And how come
Debbie.
Oh, Debbie,
Deborah,
that girl.
Also, like, why do I always picture Deborah? I mean, no offense by this, but like, I always picture Deborah as being like really butch. Like, why can't I picture her as like so beautiful? You know?
Right.
Like,
Wait,
isn't that so distorted?
Remind me and the people, mostly the people, what Deborah did.
So Deborah,
For a friend.
Just for a friend.
I'll probably have to do a correction on this, but Deborah is basically like, she was a warrior. She led them into battle.
Oh,
there
yeah.
was this guy who like couldn't do it, and
Arc.
she was like, "Oh, just get out of my way! Like, I'll just do it." I think he was like Nimrod or something. We'll just call him Nimrod.
Freaking Nimrod.
He like couldn't lead them into
That
battle.
doesn't seem like a good name.
He like couldn't lead them into battle, so then she led them into battle. Oh, and she was actually a female judge or something.
She was a female what? Judge.
Anyways, I bet she was beautiful, so I'll rectify my... It's like, whether she was or wasn't, it's like, why do I always picture her as like,
I
super
imagine
butch?
the Amazon women.
Yeah.
From
Oh yeah,
Wonder
with like
Woman.
somehow they have like
That's
a cheetah.
beautiful.
Like really hot.
They have
But
like
it's
cheetah
like,
fur around their
we've
arms
heard so many
somehow.
talks on
And, like,
David, and he was kind of a jerk, but why haven't we heard any talks on Deborah ever? I've never heard one talk on Deborah.
I want to know, okay, someone like please come back to us and explain, but like I really want to know like what the heck do you really mean? What did God mean, or whomever wrote who David was a man after God's own heart? Because
I studied
aren't
all of
like
his life.
what about all the people, like how is he one after God's own heart, but then like
So
Paul
here's the
isn't,
thing.
or like
But it's like, I studied all about David, and all I came to is that he was a man after God's own heart because God said so.
oh okay.
Plus, if you read
That works for
David's
me.
life in Chronicles versus when you read about David's life in like Samuels or whatever, whenever he comes in, it's very different because they make David out to be a prototype of Messiah. Like in Chronicles, like they make it like very evident and take out all the bad stuff.
Oh.
And then he's much more like human
Yeah.
and has a lot of flaws.
Yeah.
And so I feel like the Bible authors were trying to, I mean, I know scripture's inerrant, but they were trying to
God-breathed.
make a point.
Right.
They were trying to make a point. They made it up
Right.
to make a point.
Right.
They just made that bit up to make a point.
They made it
They
up?
were pointing to Jesus
Ah.
when they said that.
Okay, so talking about Valentine's Day. Valentine. Okay, so there was something on. Oh yeah, so basically, if you're hating Valentine's Day, just remember that it's for Jesus, for love. Anyway, and oh yeah, okay. So I was listening to a podcast, and they brought up this like slice that I think some dating website polled all these people, and like they were single. They're like, "What do you think about Valentine's Day?" And most of them were like, "I don't really care. It's just another day." And like, which is interesting because like like a couple years ago or something, they would all be like, I'm sad and I hate this day, and like people change it like Singles Awareness Day or whatever.
Singles Awareness.
Sad. Like, yeah. Sad. That's funny. Wow. That's
What
great.
if instead of like AA there was like a
Singles
sad
Awareness?
group?
Yeah.
SA.
There probably is.
There's like a
And then
12-step program.
At the end, there isn't.
Of how to
because
be,
they
and
all
then at the
date.
end you just, and the whole time you just give affirmations. Like you're like, I'm secure.
You know what
And you
that
go
is?
around and you all
know
just
what
say,
that
I'm
is?
secure.
A girl's life group. What?
That's all we talk about at Life Group.
Yeah, seriously. We just give affirmations.
But why should we want to remember Valentine?
Oh.
Why do we celebrate his life lived fully?
I think it's
For
just
love.
celebration of, like our freedom maybe. And
Because we can get married. We have the freedom to.
yeah. And that like, I think it's more like.
People died trying.
People died for that. Yeah, and they went to jail. Like, they went to prison for that. And he, like, went to prison a lot
It's
for
weird that
it.
people wanted to be married that badly, you know?
Right.
Well, I think people also want what they can't have.
That's true.
It's deep.
That's deep.
Business was booming for him.
Right. He's like, this is for Jesus, but also, if you do want to pay me, you can Venmo me later.
I take cash.
I take cash, sometimes check, but check's really irritating. I don't know why we still do check, but
Venmo.
mostly Venmo me. I don't know. I think it's more just like, okay, if you're single, I don't feel like you need to be sad on this one day and then the next live your life. Like, it's
Right.
just a day. And like, okay, if you're in a relationship, awesome, here's another day where you can celebrate your relationship. But then, like, if you're not, then, like, hang out with your friends. Why
Right.
does it matter? It's just another day. Like, you don't have to be sad about it.
Right.
I don't know.
It's not about you.
But also, I think they were talking about it's not freaking about you, okay? Give the people in a relationship another day. Jeez, like, it's not like they don't have enough. Let them celebrate their love and put it all over social media, okay? God.
Have you seen
Gosh,
that trend
you
where
can.
people are marrying themselves? Like, they're having a wedding.
No.
Like, a single woman's like, I'm going to have a wedding and get married to me.
I mean, why don't you just throw a party in honor of yourself? Why do you have
But-
to marry yourself?
Right,
just
that's
do
just
a
a
registry
lot.
for
Well, I've
yourself.
never
Don't you have
interviewed
to-
one of them, but they wear the dress and everything.
Do you have to divorce
The
yourself
dress.
once you get married?
But it's like
For
I have
real?
such a problem with the white dress anyways, because if you're not a Christian, what does that mean to you? Like, you're like the virginal bride? Like, that's so it's just, and then you're being given away. So you're property.
Yeah, the
like,
whole
why do so
process
many
of the ceremony weirds me
It's like,
out.
if you're a Christian, it can take on different meaning. I get it. I get it, because it's like, the bride is Christ in the church.
Oh.
The, yeah, the bride is the church and Jesus is the groom, I suppose. But
Exactly.
but if you're not a Christian, just culturally, it's like, why do you want to buy into a ceremony that symbolically says that women are property?
Right.
I think it's more for the party. We don't have to talk about this. Mom, this isn't going to be public, but like my mom hers had to be off-white.
Why?
Because Brady.
Is that one of your children?
Yeah, he was the first.
Oh,
Mom's a heathen.
we should interview your mom about how that felt, because I would be like,
Oh, no,
yeah, your mom
seriously.
should be on.
Yeah. Hey, Mom, welcome to the club. Yeah, let's talk about how terrible you felt. And
well, I mean, I was just wondering about the off-white dress.
Oh, well, it was,
Was that truly part of cultural tradition that you would have to wear an
definitely.
off-white
Well,
dress?
and ironically,
She was born Baptist.
yeah,
Okay.
very legalistic system.
Right, okay.
So it was, Baptist is like, to me, akin to Catholic, as far as it's all about what you do and what, they preach grace and they preach salvation, and I believe they have the truth. But after that, it goes straight to works.
Yeah.
So it's more, you're more concerned with what people think of you, more if you appear more spiritual than other people, then you're good. So it's all a comparison, it's all horizontal. There's very little vertical. So anyway, right before, in fact, in the month before we got married, when I came home pregnant around Thanksgiving time, the pastor decided to do a Wednesday night series on the, yes, on all of the, what's the word I'm looking for?
Like when you know you're inspiring sermon series.
Yeah, yeah.
Like your struggles.
Yeah, on all of the wedding things and what they mean.
Oh, gosh.
All the symbolism behind all of the things in a wedding.
And I'm sure it was such an honor.
And he did that the month before I got married. So obviously a wedding dress is about purity.
Right.
And so, you know, white signifies purity. And if you aren't pure, you shouldn't wear white. So immediately I had to have an off-white dress.
There
And
can't be any women that were walking down the aisle in white
exactly,
dresses.
that were
Unless
honest.
they were just lying.
They were honest, yeah.
So you were an
Right.
honest woman
Yeah.
through and through. I appreciate
And
that.
the runner signifies purity too, so there was no
I
runner.
didn't know that.
That's
oh my
so
goodness.
bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
her
I
wedding.
didn't
Like,
walk on a runner.
your sister couldn't even be in the.
No, my sister was in the wedding. I couldn't be in hers.
Oh yeah.
Because she got married in
You
April,
were denied that.
4 months
Isn't that
after
crazy?
me. So
Oh, because you were showing?
Isn't
Oh
that crazy?
my
yeah,
goodness.
so we couldn't have me, you know,
Freaking Brady
be.
ruins everything.
It wasn't his fault.
Just kidding. Love you, buddy.
From what I see, he's a very good-looking gentleman. Just want to say.
Just want to see.
wanna say.
He's a good Christian boy. He sings on the worship team at church.
He's married, ladies.
Yes, and has
Off
two
the
beautiful
market.
little girls.
Anyway.
But no, it was a big scandal when I came home.
Could you go to the wedding though and everything?
Oh, to my sister's?
Yeah.
I sang in her wedding.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I was allowed to do that, but I wasn't
just
allowed
not-
to be in the wedding pictures because that was the thing. See, again, all about what it looks like for future generations.
Right.
So it's all about what you look like and what everyone else thinks of you. So my mom's deal was, well, we can't have her in the wedding pictures. Those will be hanging in your house for the rest of your life.
Right.
And she'll just be that'll just be a constant reminder of that she was pregnant before she was
Little
married.
did everyone know how now it's really would be okay.
It would be a sign of grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grace.
The future generations would not have frowned upon those photographs.
No, not at all. They would have been like, oh, that's so cool that she's,
Right.
they accepted you after that.
Yeah, literally, I don't think, whenever I see someone who's pregnant in, like, wedding pictures, I would never think, did she do it before?
First of all, it's
she-
like
was
the
it
math,
un-
it would just be like completely lost on future generations.
Like,
No one would have any idea.
don't-
Yeah, it was a big
I
deal.
didn't even know that about the runner.
Yeah, so the runner and the white dress and all of that symbolism, and so none of that was in my wedding. We had a just very small family wedding, and then we had an all-church reception.
Okay.
So they all came to the basement of the church, which is how it was done in the 80s, and
That's kind of convenient.
had a
though.
little, it was,
I like
yeah.
that.
Weddings were much less of a big deal, like formal. The actual ceremony was a big deal, but like the reception was the ladies in the church made sandwiches and you made mince and had peanuts and a cake.
You
See how
probably
they
didn't
do
have
it.
alcohol at your wedding, right?
Oh, no, or dancing.
Or
yeah.
dancing. Or dancing.
Dancing was not okay. There's a long list of things legalistic Baptists can't do.
Wait, didn't you also have to stand in front of your church and
Oh,
tell everyone
I was
you're-
thinking about that, yeah. Now that ended up being a good thing because
Okay.
the
Okay,
thing
I
that
don't
drives
understand,
the other thing that drives legalism is gossip.
Okay.
Gossip isn't gossip, it's just information.
Oh, church choir ladies. Like, okay, I'd just like to pray.
Prayer
for
request
Dan.
in the
Did you
form
guys
of
see
prayer request.
Dan at the
Yeah.
market, he was talking to some girl. Anyway, I'd just like to pray for them.
Yeah, that was not unacceptable to go out to eat after church and roast everyone.
Right.
That was just, we just need to talk about this because
We
it's,
just need to pray about
I'm
this.
concerned. Anytime I
Right.
hear the word concerned, I just want to vomit.
Yeah.
You're
that
not
makes
concerned,
sense.
you just want to, you have a scoop and you want
Wanna
to
run
share
your
it.
mouth.
Right.
So honestly, it dispelled that because one of the things they made me do is come to the front of the church on a Sunday night at least and basically confess that I had done this evil, horrible thing and I was now pregnant. And what ended up happening is rather than be shunned then and talked about, there was a line of people that lined up and hugged me and gave me grace, which was maybe the
that's
first time in my
interesting.
life that
is
I
so
ever saw these
interesting.
people be gracious.
Right.
Wow.
So it basically broke that
Wow.
that cycle of gossip, and it was out there.
Wow.
And they saw me be contrite, and the pastor actually talked about whoever's without sin can throw the first stone before I said
So
it.
it's almost like a rebuke
So
to the
he
whole
was
congregation.
yes.
Also, right?
So he actually
Like, stop
got
running your
behind
mouth.
me.
That's
And then on
interesting.
Wednesday preached the sermon series about the
Right.
symbolism of the
He
wedding.
probably was like, oh crap.
What a mixed
I probably lost
message.
these
It was
people.
always a mixed
really
message.
what a mixed message.
Always mixed. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, there
Hey
was
guys,
always
be gracious,
grace, but
also remember
but
she sinned.
right, so don't be too gracious.
Right.
So yeah, it was a weird tightrope. But yeah, that was actually ended up in the end being the worst and best thing that happened in the whole.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you don't go to a Baptist church now,
It's
or do you?
the belief system is Baptist,
It's like
but it's
non-denom.
called
Oh, okay.
non-denom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
but
it's
they're
just slightly
Baptist people,
different.
but it's
Okay.
not
Not like that.
legalistic.
Yeah, Baptist in my
Baptist.
mind is totally different compared to Baptist that you grew up
Right.
with.
I
I think
kinda know
Baptists
what
do
you're
have the
talking
truth.
about.
I really do.
Yeah.
But they don't. A lot of them don't operate in the system of grace. Is the
Yeah.
problem.
Right. But if you do, then that's like where it's really
It's a
great.
good thing. Yeah. I think I would always choose Baptist doctrine because I think that's correct. I think they're correct, but
Right.
it gets off
Can
kilter.
stray to legalism.
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
That's the story.
And that's the story of how I sinned.
Happy Valentine's
And was
Day.
forgiven by an entire congregation. Well, it's funny because I would say like the only time public confession like that is appropriate is if it's the pastor is caught up in some sin issue.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
has to confess
Right.
it before the church.
Yeah.
Biblically, like I feel like that's the only time. But it's like interesting that you experience that as
Right.
like a positive thing.
That does make sense because like the pastor's leading these people, so for him to be like, okay, like
Yeah,
I
that's
gotta-
appropriate too.
That's an
Yeah, but,
appropriate
like,
time
just
for
some-
public confession.
But
right.
some
Just to
18-year-old
have this
girl.
18-year-old girl in your congregation.
Hey guys, remember
I mean,
Dawn?
man,
Here she
you
is.
had some balls
She's
to be able
been
to
to
do
college
that.
for a year.
I would have melted into
Hey guys,
a puddle.
I know, like, hey guys, remember when you prayed for her to go to college? Well, guess what?
Here's what happened. At that Christian school. There are ways around it.
Shout out to
Yes.
Christian private
Where
schools.
there's a will, there's a way.
Seriously,
That's what teenagers will teach you.
seriously.
So funny. So yeah, I mean it ended up well.
Yes.
Took my dad about 2 weeks to come around. He didn't talk to me and hid me in my room whenever anyone came in the yard
That's
for
crazy.
about 2 weeks, and
Even though
then
everyone knew.
yeah,
Just didn't want it to be
I
like
think-
out in the open.
yeah, he
I
just
can't
couldn't
believe it's
accept it. He
real.
couldn't accept it. He had shunned so many previously for the same thing, and here's his
okay.
own daughter.
Right.
And what does he do? What does he do with this? And so he shunned me for about 2 weeks and then broke down. I saw him cry for the first time in my life because he said he couldn't fix it and he just didn't know what to do. And after that, he was on my side. So
Wow. That's
Wow,
cool.
Dwight. First tears on the podcast.
Tears of joy.
Where's my mom? Hey, you want to come
crying
in for 30
too.
seconds?
Crying on the inside.
Shut it, you. Oh.
So great.
That's great.
So anyway,
This is a special episode.
It is.
Valentine's.
Valentine's.
and
yeah.
still married to him. So 31 years this year.
Showed them.
Yeah.
Show those haters.
Hope you're listening.
Hope you're listening, haters.
We don't
No,
want to
I actually feel a lot of pity for people like that because I think they just need to experience grace and they just have not. I mean, some of the people in that old church that I went to still, I just feel so,
They hadn't had that.
yeah, they don't know what it
Opportunity.
feels like. They're just stuck in this system
Right.
and it's just sad.
Right.
That's all I got.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
I think this has been my favorite one yet.
This has been the best one yet.
This is very educational.
I traded love for cigarettes, a bated breath and cold sweat. Don't think I'll see her face again. Don't think I'll see her face again. I strike the match and breathe in.
Like, wow. Ooh, I hate that so much.
That like when people are like, oh, don't text like and do stuff.
Well,
like authority figures?
Yes, like when old people are like, this generation, because your phone is, like your nose
I'm like,
is...
sorry, just accessing my brain.
I know, like, I'm sorry that I was reading this article on why old people are so rude.
I'm sorry, did you have a question? Because I needed to Google the answer.
Right.
Like, do you think that I know that?
I know, like, I'm sorry, like, I didn't...
I'm sorry, I had to refer back to note 536.
Right, or like, I'm just, it always happens too, because I'm like in my phone, like, looking at something. Like,
Right.
I'm literally never texting people. Like, when people think, like, who are you texting? I'm like, I was just...
Yeah, don't they realize we can do
I was just
everything
watching
from
this
our
thing.
phone? Like, I can, like, check my emails. Like, I'm sorry, did you
Right.
ask me to check an email?
Right,
I'm
like,
doing that.
I was actually doing work. I could be on my laptop, though.
I'm sorry, I was
and it would
filling
look
out...
like I'm doing something
I
different.
was filling out this Excel spreadsheet, like,
Right.
on my phone.
Right.
Like,
and so
it's
they're like,
real.
oh, this generation. Oh, okay, well, go get your freaking, like, dial-up modem, and we'll
And
talk.
try and fill out a spreadsheet on it.
Right, like, do you even know how to work this, sir? Yes, sit down. No, okay, no offense to, like, the older generation.
And it's like, yeah, I do still know how to work
You
Excel.
totally still listen to our
But I
podcast.
wasn't
But still
actually filling
listen.
out anything on Excel because I
But
don't
it's like-
actually use Excel.
like, also,
Just to clarify.
just like correction, I
made-up
don't use
story.
Excel. But, it's just like really irritating because it's like, why are you totally like demeaning a whole generation?
I know, we have it hard.
Because I was looking up how to spell this correctly or something. Like,
Right. Or a word you used that was really big, I needed to
I was
define
just
it.
trying to like be on your level.
I just wanted to know what that word meant.
It was just so annoying. I freaking hate that.
Me too. I'm sorry, this is one of our norms. And it's just like that I can't have my phone.
Yeah,
of all, I
exactly.
paid
Like,
for
why
this.
should I feel bad that I have?
So not normal.
And like, well, I see. Okay, so at the where I work, I see all these kids, and like sometimes it is like weird though that they like just have their huge iPad or like phone. I have never seen them even look up once.
Right.
So I'm like, maybe that's a problem.
But we're sort of balanced with it.
But because weren't we
Right.
like the first generation to get iPhones?
Well, let's see.
Came out when I was in high school.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I turned on
or at middle school.
my phone that I had in college recently, and it was like the LG like Dare or something, or like maybe
I
it
had
was like
the
No,
Dare!
maybe it was like the Samsung Galaxy or something. I
She
don't even know what
said
it
no.
was.
It wasn't that.
But I've just like I was like, what is this archaic device?
Right.
I had no idea. Like I couldn't even work it. Like I was just like, what is this? I was trying to touch everything, but it like wasn't
Right.
touchscreen. But then there were like the picture quality was so poor.
You're like, ew.
But I was
First of
like,
all,
why is
did
there
we
even-
why did we even start having cameras this bad? Like,
Right?
why wouldn't
Exactly. Why would
we figure it out first? And be like, hey guys, you can't see anything, but there's a camera. Like, wait,
That's so true.
why?
That's
Two
so
pixels on the screen.
Like why did
Next
you
phone,
they
there
just
might
got
be
like
5.
overzealous.
Yeah.
You know, they just like had to get it out there, even
Yeah.
though it's trash.
Yeah, it's like, is your camera like? Is there something on the camera? Nope. This is new, actually. It's new. It just looks
dust
like
on
it's
your
foggy.
lens.
Oh yeah, there's the screen on it.
Do you guys remember Blackberries?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, people always like
I wanted it so bad.
Ew. Okay, I didn't understand
I
how
felt
my
like it was
sister
really
had one.
masculine, though.
Yeah, and like it was like a work phone. Like I never wanted one because it was like, well, I don't have a job. What's the point? But like I don't understand like the buttons. How did you not just press 10 letters at the same time?
My sister had like this phone, and it was just like a phone with the numbers, and all the numbers and letters were rubbed off because she like used it so much. And she would text, and she would just be like, shh.
Oh my
And like you would
gosh,
just look at the
that's
phone. It looked like a
amazing.
kid's phone, like an actual toy
Yeah.
phone that you just handed a 3-year-old.
Wait, do you remember like how fast you could text on those QWERTY keyboards though?
So
yeah.
fast.
I remember my dad would be like, "How'd you do that?" I'm like, "What?"
I remember at driver's ed, I
Wait,
shattered
we
my
still have
screen
QWERTY,
on
though.
my flip phone,
It's different.
and
Is it?
but like, why did I care?
Don't tell me.
Like, I like came out of
tell me.
driver's ed and I dropped my flip phone with the QWERTY keyboard, and it shattered the screen. But it's like, what was I even looking at on the screen?
Is the screen even important?
Yeah, it wasn't even important. Like, it wasn't colored. Or maybe it, like, I don't know. I also lost that phone for 3 months in the couch, and I had to get a new phone.
In the couch?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I found it.
Oh, here it is. I have an iPhone. So, wait, do you remember the games that like whenever You got any games? But like it would just be like bowling.
You got games?
Like that's all. I remember that.
I
Because like
remember,
my
like-
dad was the one in our family who had the phone, and so we would play like bowling on his flip phone. Amazing. Amazing. Technology's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Can we talk about what happened to Snapchat?
I see a lot of tweets about it that are really funny,
Really?
but I can't.
It's like, just email me now.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I guess.
They're like, so are we all just going back to email or what's up? AOL?
Wait,
Anybody
what's the
Do
problem?
you guys still have your AOL? Because you can hit me up there. It was funny.
Because they don't like it.
Wait, this was the...
It's like so... Show her. No, look, it's like, it's not organized anymore.
Look. Like, what?
I don't understand how they organized all the friends, and then they put all the celebrities on the other page, which
I
like,
can't even find them. Like, why are they over here?
yeah, I lost all my celebrity
Like, they're
friends.
my friends.
I lost them all.
They're my
And like,
friends, too.
I mean, now I can see other celebrities, but like, they're mixed in with stories too.
Right, and it's
so
like, I never watched those. That's
Right, so
probably
it's
why
like,
they did
this
it,
is-
because they wanted to advertise more effectively, which it's like they're encroaching onto like our space.
Yeah, it's annoying. You're in my space.
This is your area.
You got so excited. You're like,
Like, it's so unfortunate that,
it's just annoying because like the friends are so disorganized, and it makes me really
like, do you think they're gonna
itchy.
fix it?
Makes me break out.
If like the celebrities were
I've
like,
never
we
had
want our
hives
own
before,
page.
but I don't even-
know. Do you think they just have body doubles and they're not even in their own snaps?
Yeah.
Like, they just are using that like face smooth changer thing like all
And
the time.
they're so good at it. We had no idea.
Yeah, like they have better technology that can just like change. Like, they use the same technology they used in Star Wars
Yeah.
to make like Carrie Fisher still be alive. Or yeah, they did that right.
I don't know, but
Or, like,
spoiler
someone.
alert.
They brought someone back to life.
That's so.
Spoiler alert.
If you haven't been alive for the last year and a half, she's dead.
Spoiler alert.
Sad. Wait.
Remember
wait,
when we thought
wait.
that Gail had died? But Gail's not dead.
Who?
Oprah and Gail.
But Gail's not dead. She's still alive.
We thought Oprah's Gail was dead.
Wait, who is
They're
Gail?
best friends.
Her best friend. Okay.
We thought she was dead.
Obviously, I know a lot about Oprah and
Have you not known?
everything
Have you not
that
heard?
happened in her life. No.
Big town, synthetic apparitions of not being lonely. Like he's having a breakdown. Oh, what a letdown, a shame, I think he might die. Now she's dancing and falling. I guess I gotta wait my turn. I said don't fall in love with the moment. She said I got a lot to learn. And you know I'm in love with this city, with the green is turning brown, and I just look pathetic now. If she likes it, guess we just don't eat, and we're so intelligent. She's American. If she says I gotta fix my teeth, then she's so American. She's American. And if she likes it, guess we just don't eat.
Harriet the Spy.
That was
I
such
used
a
to
good
have a
movie.
composition notebook because of Harriet the
Me
Spy. And I would
too.
actually spy on my neighbors, and I wrote about them when I was like 7. So I have this like really funny journal. Maybe I'll read it sometime for
Seriously,
you guys.
come
and like
on and
it's,
read it.
It's hysterical, actually.
That's so funny.
Like, one of my neighbors, apparently their dad was in prison, so I wrote about that.
Dun, dun,
Shoot.
dun.
But
What if they're like Like it was supposed to be on the down low and everything, but there's like a kid across the street who knows everything.
You're like a 7-year-old across the street.
Okay, there's a comedy special or something that's like people come on stage, like they tour around and people come on stage and read their diary from like when they were teens.
That's amazing.
It's so funny, and like most of it is like, oh, it's so funny. Sometimes it's like sad, but
Oh my
like,
gosh, we should bring our journals one time.
Wow, it would be amazing. I actually talk about
funny.
every
Depressing.
single person in my class, and it's so entertaining. You guys would be rolling me down.
oh my god,
It's really sad.
I know mine would be like
I'll read the
all
funny
over
bits.
the place. Mine's sad, happy, what I ate that day. It's all over because I like could never pin down what I actually wanted my journal to be. I'm like, okay, so let's write about outfits. No, let's write about eating. Maybe I'll write about freaking Diana. And like
Freaking Diana.
I would talk to my future self. I would be like,
I did that
future
too.
self, I really
That's
want to know
funny.
this.
That you may want to. I remember I would like think that it's like what I'm writing is like the freaking best, and
If
my
you guys
future self will
read-
love this. And then I look back and I'm like, okay,
No, if you guys
I'm
read
the
my
most
journal-
disappointed I've ever been.
You would literally be like, wow, she is the same person. For real. That's why I was so
Just like better
confused.
handwriting.
I'm so confused about the whole, like, no, my handwriting is probably worse.
Oh,
It was
okay.
amazing. Like, my spelling was worse. But you would honestly, like, if you read them, you would be like, wow, you're
I'm
the same.
so surprised. That's funny.
Lamma uses big words.
And I always have.
And I always have because knowledge.
And I was woke. I was a woke child. I was. Stay tuned.
I see it. I
In
see it.
elementary school, we all like would, I don't know if it was like every week or every day, we'd like take 10 minutes to write on a prompt.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like something about, it was
Oh,
like,
was
it
it?
was like free writing or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
or
yeah.
it was like, I don't
Stream of
like
consciousness.
when, ...
Oh,
And I
yes.
was like,
Yes.
I don't like when my parents are angry.
Do you ever wonder about the teachers, like, reading
Yes,
those?
absolutely. I
And
was
they're
like,
like,
oh my gosh,
dang,
this is so sad.
This kid really needs help.
Yeah.
All right, next.
It's Joey. Moment of silence for my childhood. Anyway, then sometimes I'd rock.
One time
I
I
rocked
wrote,
myself to sleep.
I'd rock back and forth in the corner
as
of
a
my room.
baby. So I wrote this short story once on, this is not even a joke. Maybe I'll read this for you guys sometime. But when I was like, maybe like 12 or something, I wrote it.
Why you pointed at
You're
me?
like,
I wrote-
what age was I, Hannah?
I wrote a short
Think,
story
think.
about the baby inside the womb of a woman on a slave ship.
Whoa.
Why?
That's really intriguing.
And it is like so deep.
Wait, what the baby's
And my
thinking?
Yeah, like the baby's perspective, like being in the womb
Wait, ew.
slave
That's
woman?
of a
so
slave
weird.
woman on a
On a
slave ship.
Ship.
So like it basically was like an experiment in taking away one of the some of the senses. Like basically the baby had like a sense, like in my mind I thought like, fetuses can like hear because they can. So it's like babies can like hear. So it had like a sense of hearing. I think it just had like the sense of hearing, and obviously had a soul and like emotions.
Huh.
And like I just did this whole
That's so-
short story, and I think like
It won a
now
Pulitzer.
when
It won.
I read like the comments of the teachers, I just laugh. I'm like, what did they think of this
Right.
girl who was just like being so deep about like hope in the midst of like
Oh
suffering.
my gosh, that's
So I'm
really
telling
deep.
you, if you read me at any point in my life, you would say she is the same person.
I'm just saying, like, it was crazy, but like I do have a Nobel Peace Prize, like from that. It's fine. But anyway.
So what did you guys write when you guys were 12?
So like what were you guys writing about? I think
You mentioned like food and Debbie
I, like,
or something.
It's like so weird. My memory is really weird, but I'll remember snippets. But like if you asked me like how like the person I was or like a random thing like memory from
right.
my past, nothing is there.
Wait, do you ever
it's
forget
just a black
people?
void.
I've been really weirded out because I've forgotten some people, but then now because we have like social media, like I see them again on Instagram or something, like they friend request me, and I look at them and I'm like, wow, like you look so familiar. And then like all this information starts coming back, and I'm like, wait, I like totally like I know you, like I knew you, like we had a friendship, and then like
Interesting.
we were like friends, and then like I'll comment and they'll be like, thanks Llama Mama, and I'm like, wow, we were on like a nickname basis, like, and then I'm just like thinking like,
even are
who
you?
is this person?
That's terrible. I hate that.
It,
when you're
like-
like, you remember everything
But do
about me,
other
and
people
who
forget
are you?
people, or is that just me?
I probably do.
You probably just haven't had the experience. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, you've probably forgot some people.
Yeah, probably.
I
like,
haven't. I mean, I've forgotten people, but
No, you probably
only
have.
people I didn't know very well.
Right, that makes sense.
But like,
No.
not someone who like
I
called me by a
challenge-
nickname.
I challenge you that you have.
I challenge you to look for people that you don't know.
Like, no one's come up to me that I
Don't
didn't
remember.
know and
No,
been
like,
like,
on social.
Hanny.
Like, go
Ew.
through your Here's an experiment. Go
That's
through
so
your
funny.
Facebook friends.
I
And tell
will.
me how you know every single one of
that
them.
that
I will.
okay, we
You can't
all
do it,
have
right?
like 1,000 or more. Like literally, I
can't
look
do
and I'm
it.
like, where did these
You look-
thousands
do you
of people
ever look
come
at some of the
from?
people and say, I don't have any idea who this person is?
Yeah,
Okay, you
sometimes-
forgot a person.
No, sometimes it like comes up on my feed and I'm like, wait,
No, but for
Who?
real.
Again, not someone who would call me by a nickname.
But how
Yeah,
would you
you're right,
know
you're right.
if you forgot? Unless you don't. You don't know. You
at
can't
yeah,
know.
there was some point in your life where you knew them, so you friended them or they friended you.
Okay, challenge. Next time, we'll read our diaries,
Here's a
and I will
challenge.
go through my Facebook list
Okay.
and name how I know all of them.
All of them? How many do you have?
Like, maybe like 1,500.
Yeah, so maybe not all of them.
We'll make time.
It will not take me far before I
Let's do
don't know
like
someone.
15.
Fine. Well, I mean, some of them probably like requested me, and I
Right.
just like
And you're
confirmed,
okay,
like
let's
back in
do
the
it.
day.
Yeah, when Facebook, you needed to have as many friends as possible.
Right, but now I don't do that.
Who even does that? Who
But then
has
sometimes,
Facebook?
like, even if I'm following people I don't know, I get attached to knowing, like, what's going on in their lives, so I
Yeah.
don't want to unfollow them, even though I've discovered, like, I don't have any idea who you are. I'll never talk to
Yeah,
you.
you're like,
I still keep
oh,
following them because I'm
Jerry's
like,
going
yeah, and I just want to know.
Yeah. Wait a second. How do I know Jerry again? I do
How's
know.
your baby?
I do know everything about him, but like, how do I know him?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
you know what I mean?
Does that make sense?
Not like, does it make sense?
Yeah, are you my soulmate, my angel? What do you want with me? Too high, slow pace, my eyes closed, your body all I see. I think you're too divine for my human mind. When I'm with you, what do you do? Bring me to life. You're the one to show me divine love. Where was you when I was lonely? My divine love. We ain't nothing. Cut the strings of my balloon. Watch me fly.
Lessons in love.
Ooh. Oh, I got one.
Okay.
In love? Mm-hmm. Relationships? Mm-hmm. Okay, so like, I have this newfound appreciation for kindness
Oh yeah.
when it comes to dating.
Uh-huh.
I've told you guys about this. I've died. I've died.
I have
dated-
died.
I've died before, but that's another story.
I have died every day.
I like dated people who, you know, people would say, "Oh yeah, he's like nice."
Must be fun.
That's what. Okay. That's
no, not dated.
Oh,
like
we're going back to that.
No.
No, but
Must
no.
be nice.
No, but
No, I don't mean it like
I
that.
understand what you're saying because that's like the main thing. When you're describing a guy that you have a crush on to your friends, you're like, oh, he's so nice.
Right.
That's the main
Air quotes.
attribute everyone brings because there's nothing else. Like they don't have anything else. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, he's like nice, and like, I'm not saying I've been in relationships with many people. I've been in a relationship with one guy.
Let's bring it back. Bring it back.
Okay, but like just date or like talk to whatever. Blech. Like people say, oh yeah, he's like nice and like whatever, but like, something I look for now is not just, like, he's nice. Like,
Yeah.
he's legitimately a really kind person.
Right, you have to get down in the definition of kindness. And,
Right, like, is that the
nice.
first word you'd use to describe that person?
Right, and what do you mean by that? Is he nice
Right.
because you have a crush on him and so
Right.
he seems nice?
Right.
Or, like, is he genuinely kind to literally everyone
Right.
that
like,
he talks to?
Yes, yes. It's like, it's one thing if he's, like, just kind to you because he's trying to, like, win you over, he just really likes you.
Right.
Or is he just, like, all around really respectful and, like, kind to everyone he encounters? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh,
So, like,
yeah.
I'm not just looking for some dude who's, like, nice or can, like, put on a
Nice.
nice
A nice show.
like, hey, how you
That's-
doing? I totally care about how you're doing. But,
That's-
like, a dude who, like, actually cares.
I feel like I always feel ashamed that, like, if physical attractiveness isn't the most important thing, because I'm always like, oh my gosh, if I have an interest in this guy and he's not, like, super physically attractive, then all my friends are gonna be like,
That-
oh, he's not good enough for you.
That's how,
And
oh my
I always,
gosh. That's
and
crazy.
like I always feel like ashamed because like I always think something's wrong with me because it's just
Right, 'cause
not.
it's like, am I
It's
shallow?
not immediately how my brain works though.
Yeah.
Like really, like, but then I like, so it's so weird because like I'm not shallow, but then I
Yeah.
become super shallow because then I care so much what other people
Right.
think.
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
But like the thing that like makes someone attractive to me just like isn't necessarily their physical, but it's not like I'm blind. Like I can understand like some people are more attractive physically than other people, but it's just like truly not the most important thing to me because I always think everything is like changeable. I'm like, well, you know, he could just like wear different clothes.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And I'll
And,
pick him out,
like, beauty
or he
fades.
could just like beauty
Right.
fades, or he could just like work
Get
out. His
old.
body could change. Like men's bodies change so much, honestly,
Right.
because like it's easier for them to lose weight and stuff like that. But like women's bodies don't change like as easily, but men's bodies do.
Right.
And like I get like within I just mean like, you know what I mean? Like if it's not like a 10 out of 10
Yeah.
physically attractive, but if it's like he's like a 6 out of 10 or something.
Well, also, like, people always tell me that once you get to know someone better and you really like them,
They do become
they
more-
become so much
I
more.
think-
It's like, that's so true.
I thought of that because I think kindness is really attractive
Yeah.
to me. Like it seriously is. And if a guy's like kind to me, and if a guy's really attractive and they're not kind, I really honestly will not be attracted
Yeah,
to them.
seriously.
Like, and I
Right.
want hot guys listening to know that if they're not kind, like you are not attractive.
You're going to
Like
get
you're
a
really
one,
not
you're gonna
attractive
get,
to girls.
or you're gonna get the really, like,
You could be beautiful
bimbo
and
girls.
be taking
No
like your
offense to those
brows
girls.
could be so amazing,
God loves
but
you.
like if you're not kind, like I won't care that your brows are so healthy.
Right, and you're not gonna.
And your back
Your
is so
brows are
thick.
driving.
I like just like focused in on what you're saying, and I was like, oh yeah, right,
your
the
back-
brows,
yeah,
the
yeah.
brows.
And your back is so like, you know, nicely rippled.
But you're so right. They're not gonna get any like good
I'll be like,
relationship because
Yeah.
they're like,
and that's why you're
Really?
gonna keep getting these like girls who suck.
or maybe they will get a good relationship with someone else who also sucks.
And they'll never even know,
Yeah,
which is so unfortunate. So just be kind.
be kind.
Yeah.
and just like be
Lessons in
kind
love.
to everyone.
You guys could introduce me to your guy and he could be really ugly, but if he treats you like a queen and if he loves the Lord,
Then Hannah's gonna steal him and
Then-
fall. That's what she's trying to
he's
say.
mine.
Get out the way.
I sometimes like feel nervous, like, oh my god, I like have to.
Don't be
like,
nervous.
people that
I will love
other
him.
people like, but like,
That sounded rude. I will accept him.
but Hannah always eases all my anxiety, so it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. You're very chill. She's just chill. Is it my turn for advice? What was the advice?
Lessons in love.
Lessons in love. Don't chase. Just do the same one.
You probably never heard this before, but
I don't know if you guys know this, but like, just don't do that.
what's something you look for in a guy?
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll do that.
Okay,
Cool.
That's
Definitely humor. Like, I'm realizing that like humor is so important to me, and if we don't laugh at the same things, then that is such a downer. Like, if I show you memes and you aren't laughing with me and we aren't like Like, because that's what I like about all my friends is that we can, like, do a joke for, like, a good 5 minutes and just, like, keep it going. And everyone around us is like, oh, I wish I could get in on this. What's happening? You know, like, I love that. But, like, I don't know. So, like, that's really cool to, like, find guys who can, like, keep up and, like, do that with you. Oh, I love that. I just love a good humor. I love a good humor. And, like, I don't like it when it's, like, humor where it's like, okay, well, that was funny. You just don't get it. I'm like, no, I freaking get humor. You don't know what funny is. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I hate that. When someone has to explain like that, like, no, this is funny. No, it's not. I should have laughed if it was funny. And the fact that you have to tell me that that's funny, it's not.
I am humor. I embody humor.
So humor's really important. Because if you can, like, also make people
laughing
laugh.
makes you feel good, and that makes you, it's like, it's endorphins, and so, like, if you're, like, around someone and they're constantly making you laugh, then love them.
I love that. Yeah, because then, I don't know.
I love to laugh, so if you make me laugh, I like being around you.
Yeah. Plus, like, I mean, I love that when, like, you can get serious and stuff, but I just like being not serious.
I love being serious.
But what I mean by that,
but also let's do 50-50.
Seriously though,
Mostly,
I love
like,
not being serious.
Like 80
seriously,
funny, 20 serious.
Yeah. And then sometimes flip that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my advice. Just, like, be funny is... Oh, I guess it's what I look for.
So just be funny and be kind. We're, like, the nicest girls, obviously. That's our criteria.
Yep.
So, yeah, there should be a line.
Uh-huh.
We didn't
By
say
Wednesday.
anything.
There should be a line.
Oh, Saturday.
Didn't say anything shallow or unattainable.
I think that's pretty easy. Be funny. Be kind. Why is that hard?
Don't be
It's
mean.
okay.
Don't be rude and don't be
Everything's
serious.
gonna be okay. Baby.
I know this is already long, but can we talk about... Actually, maybe this isn't a good topic, but I think it is.
What did you say?
What do you find unattractive?
Oh.
Besides just the opposite of what you said.
If you don't smell good, like, I really just need guys to smell nice. I need that to be a thing that you are concerned about, and I need you to just look into it. Like, I need you to look into smelling nice always, because we pull it off as women.
Right.
And you get to be around all of womankind walking around smelling like flowers, and you don't have to smell like a flower,
right.
but, like, honestly, I just want you to
smell
know
like a flower.
it goes such a long
trying to
way.
say this, but,
I
like,
feel so passionately about this. It goes such a long way if you smell nice.
There's, like,
Don't over cologne. Just be clean.
Yes.
Be clean and have your clothes be clean.
Except for, you know what
And
smell
smell
I hate,
nice.
though? I love, like, not like perfume. What the heck is the guy version? Cologne.
Just don't over
I
cologne.
do not like the smell of just soap. Like, you need to get, like,
Yeah,
cologne.
you can get, like, a scent, but, like, honestly, just don't apply too much of it is my point. Like, Axe isn't a smell that any woman wants to smell.
I love Axe.
Wait.
Only one kind, though. Apollo.
Okay, Apollo is fine, but the rest of Axe, just Axe it. But,
You
like,
know why?
you can't put on
Middle
too much,
school
right?
ruined it because
Totally.
boys showered in it.
You can't put too much Apollo on, though, probably.
Right.
What you should do is you should spray it in the air and walk into it.
Oh, that's good.
Okay? Just do that.
Yep.
Okay. This is very
Let me help
important.
you out.
It might even just require you asking your mom.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. What do I not like? I'm really not attracted to when guys can't hold conversations and I'm the one keeping it alive, but yet they still want to, like, talk.
I know.
So it's like, okay, just don't talk to me. But then they get mad when I don't talk back or something. I'm like, boy. Not that happens a lot, but I'm just saying that, like, that's honestly, that's why I like, honestly, I'm like, that's why I like, I always, like, am in the mood, you know, like, sometimes you get in that mood. That's funny. Sometimes you, like, get in that mood where it's like, I just want to be texting a boy. But then I think about it, and I'm like, why would I want to do that? Because then it's so hard to keep conversations going.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't want that.
So I don't text.
Right. It's just a lot. I'm really into those voice messages, though. Freaking love that stuff.
Yeah, it's so much easier to just...
I love that. Like, okay,
move your mouth.
just listen to this. I don't want to text it.
Wait.
Don't worry if you're not funny, if you smell bad and you're not kind. There's someone equally
There's-
suited for you.
Yeah, there's someone who actually loves that stuff.
Loves that. Did
Or
you guys
loves
say you're
themselves too much to
unattractive?
care.
You're unattractive?
Yeah, I don't like.
I said I don't like when they don't smell nice.
Yeah, and mine was I don't like it when I have to be the one to keep like when you're not a good conversationalist.
I think there's like a how am I forgetting this word right now?
It's
Describe
okay. She's
it.
bilingual.
Describe it. Yeah.
Do you want to try it
sometimes-
in Japanese?
Absolutely not.
Describe it.
What in the world? How am I forgetting this word?
We'll help you, but you have
Like
to
this
give us-
idea that women are always talking a lot and that men don't talk.
What word would that be?
What's the word?
I don't even think there's a
I don't
word
think
for
that's
that.
a word.
No. I'm saying like there's a stereotype.
Oh, okay. I was
Oh my
like, there's a
gosh,
specific
okay.
word for that?
Something in this coffee or like my medication, but but I've like pulled data from me and just like a couple other
me?
girls.
I've like done
Yeah,
a
and
survey.
we would prefer not to just be like blabbing.
But like I think
Right.
guys talk more than girls.
Yeah.
Like truly, honestly.
I
Like when
remember
they're
you talking to
together
me about this.
or
Well, like,
something? Or
just-
what do you
No,
mean?
like just guys.
I found that they just
to guys.
talk more like in
'Cause we
relationships.
can just like be.
well,
Yeah.
We can just like vibe.
It might depend on the girl, but what were you going to say in relationships?
Well, I was just saying, like, a lot of girls I've talked to, they've been like, yeah, like, he talks a lot. Like, he
Probably
can talk
specifically
forever.
to women because women are so much better to talk to.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But anyways.
Huh.
For them. They
I
like
don't-
to talk to women, I think.
And I think, like, everyone always says that guys, like, when they're around guys, they're just like, dude, like,
Some guys are
let's
great
just
to
play
talk
that.
to
I'm like,
for
I don't
guys,
feel like, I know, I'm like, when I see my brothers and, like, all the Christian guys I know, like, they're, like, when they're together, like, they, like, go deep. And they're like, oh, man, I'm just, like,
That's
I'm really
good.
down.
That's so good.
Yeah, so, like, I don't understand. Like, I mean,
Well, I guess
I just,
what do I know?
Depends on how, like,
Woke.
mature
I
they
guess.
are.
Yeah, it must.
I guess I've never really been a fly on the wall. Like, I'm always a girl in the mix.
Oh,
You
I
are?
see.
You know?
I switch every now and then. So.
Wait, what was yours that you're not attracted to? Wait, did you just bring that up? Did you finish your thought?
I honestly don't know what I was thinking or saying and how
Okay.
I got there, but
You aren't attracted to, like, when guys talk too much?
No, I
oh
think
no,
that
no,
was
no,
just
no.
a tidbit
That was
you
just
added.
a comment.
Okay.
But I think it's not attractive when a guy says like makes fun of people.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so sad.
I really don't like when people make fun
Fun
of
of others.
people.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
not a good
like
joke. Lying. I don't like when guys lie. Really, like you shouldn't
Like
be
what?
good at lying.
Like
Even
lying-
if it's like a joke, like you shouldn't be good at lying.
Oh, I see.
Like you shouldn't be like
Like, to
making
exaggerate
stuff
the
up.
story
like,
and
you
stuff.
You shouldn't be making stuff up. Like it's gonna just be confusing in the long
Yeah.
run. If I think you're good at lying,
Oh, I see.
so
Trust.
yeah, honesty.
like
is
sarcasm.
good.
That's what I mean by lying.
Oh.
Like sarcasm. Like a
Or like,
little
wait, are you for
goes
real?
the longest way. Like I
Oh.
don't really like it because it like creates trust.
I'm
issues.
really sarcastic, so I don't know what you're trying to say.
No, like in a relationship, like a little bit of sarcasm goes a really long way.
Give an
because it can-
example.
like,
Yeah.
you don't want to make something up. Like you can be like, "Oh, you're ugly," but you really mean you're pretty because you're just being sarcastic.
Ew.
Oh,
Ew.
no. Well,
You
actually,
look really ugly today.
I hate that.
well, I mean,
You know
like
what
when
I
my
mean?
when my
That's, like,
friends
my
say
least
it,
favorite.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
what if your
Why would anyone
boyfriend
say
said
that? That's
It's a
not
joke.
funny.
But
I don't
it's
think
not
that's funny.
but like.
Words have.
I feel like I would do that. Like if I
Okay.
saw a beautiful
You've
picture of my
never
friend, I'd be
said-
like, "Oh,
you've never done that."
that's the worst picture I ever
Okay,
did
but
see."
the thing is, the thing is though, you can always
once
tell.
every 5 years.
No, but I can always tell when you're joking like that. And there's some people where it's like, oh my gosh,
like, wait,
like,
It's just
you look
stay
really
away
ugly.
from it.
But yours is like, oh, this is so bad. You look bad. Like I, for some reason, could just always.
I mean, I don't think
tell.
I've ever done that. Actually, maybe I have.
I haven't seen.
But
it
you do
either,
when
though.
someone's like, oh, I just feel like I look so beautiful, like so bad. But like they're literally a queen.
That's like why
and
I'm
you're like,
saying
yeah,
a
you
little
look
goes
bad
a long way.
today.
I'm not saying it's not okay. I'm saying like a little tiny bit goes a very long way. Just keep.
What
it
does that
on.
even mean?
Like someone who's like chronically always being sarcastic.
Gotcha.
That's
Yeah,
like
I
a
hate
huge
that.
turn off.
That's
It's
me.
like, what are
Sorry,
you-
everyone.
It is not.
No, I really am.
No,
I really
I'm
am.
not using you as an example. and like I don't think you're like this, so I'm trying to explain like.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's trying
I
to
believe you, I
really
believe you.
explain. I understand what you're
You know what I
saying.
mean? Like, it's just like, what are you even saying? I don't like being in a position where I'm like, what is this person even saying?
Yeah. Yeah. You have to
Always
know where
sarcastic.
it's
I
like,
can't tell the difference.
yeah, where it's like, okay, I can't tell if we're joking or you're serious. I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm
are you
on the
joking?
same
Are you
page.
just mean? Because sometimes I think
Yeah.
mean guys who are saying mean things are just like, oh, I was being sarcastic, and it's like,
Yeah, where it's just like, okay, I feel like you're being really rude, but I can't say anything because then I'm being sensitive or too sensitive.
yeah, I hate that. Like, you make a girl cry, you're just
Right, it's like,
Unless
okay.
you're on one knee.
But that's so true because it's like, yeah, they're like, oh, you're just too sensitive. No, you literally just called me ugly straight-faced. Why am I too sensitive? And that's an excuse for you to be and then to call us weak. Okay. So I feel like that's good.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. That was so good, though.
That was good.
We should do these more in the morning instead of at night.
I like it in the morning.
Hannah talks 30% more.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love this.
I love this.
I love this.
I love that.
I love this.
I put that on. I'm starting to do that where I put that, like a little section where we all say, I love that. I love that.
love that.
I love this.
I love
I put that on the
this.
end.
You did? Is this a recording?
Yeah.
You know what's interesting?
Yeah.
I feel like if there are very loyal listeners of this Codcast for like the next year, Costpad, excuse me. I bet you they could tell each of our Myers-Briggs.
Oh!
I'm way
Or
more into
Enneagram
Enneagram
numbers.
right now.
Okay,
You're
well
what?
they could.
I'm way more into the Enneagram
Yeah,
right now.
I'm super into the Enneagram.
But you know how like we can figure out characters from TV shows? They're like Myers-Briggs.
No, you're
I
like
cannot do
Enneagrams.
that.
You're totally right.
I mean, like I could, like I can't.
Okay,
per
well,
se.
I can. Yeah, you really can. You're really good at that, actually.
I mean,
Shut up, Hannah. You are.
okay. I actually get it wrong every time I try to get.
No, but you're really good. Like when I thought it was like Emily. When I thought Emily was like a 9 or something, you're like, no, she's not. I was like,
no, dude, she's not.
should we say bye?
Oh, bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
Bye. Love you. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
If you need a friend, don't look to a stranger. You know in the end, I'll always be there. And when you're in doubt, and when you're in danger, take a look all around. And I'll be there. I'm sorry, but I'm just thinking of the right words to say. I promise. I know they don't sound the way I planned them to be. But if you wait around a while, I'll make you fall for me. I promise you I will. When your day is through, and so is your temper, you know what to do.
I love this.
I love that.